What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Jason's team, you're to guess first. What do you think people might have been talking about this week?
It's the untimely death of Molly Sugden. Who saw that coming? Who else is that?
Jimmy.
Is it...
Jimmy. He had his chance.
Yes, David, what?
Have you heard Michael Jackson is dead?
Yes.
Yes.
I heard.
People have been talking about it because he's a controversial figure. I mean, if it's wrong to share your bed with 13-year-old boys, then lock me up and throw away the key.
I just thought the coverage, like the night he died on Thursday, was it Thursday when it happened?
Thursday, yeah.
I mean, I sat there all night just flipping channels between BBC, Sky News, just trying to see how many different ways you can say Michael Jackson is dead. There was this lady on BBC News, and she said, Michael Jackson, King of Pop, dead at 50. We go back live to Los Angeles for an update. He dead! He's still dead!
The saddest thing is about 10 minutes after his death, you get about 100 text messages from people you've not even seen them for 15 years. And you're like, who's sat there at 1:30 in the morning thinking, I've not seen Jason for 12 years, I might send him a gag about a dead celebrity 12 minutes ago.
People say things like he's entrusted his kids. Well, apparently they're not really his kids. He's not the biological father. Yeah. Which actually wasn't difficult to work out. They look like they're related to the Swedish royal family.
Do you know their names?
Prince Michael. 1, 2 and 3.
No. What are your children called?
I'm not going to tell you my names of my children.
Why not?
I don't want you freaking them out as well. Poking your head over the fence going, hello.
Are you sad about it?
For me, it's a little bit like when Diana dies. I couldn't give a fuck. The audience, how do you feel? Are you good? You feel sad? No, it's a weird one. That a few of you, yes. Now, I read in the paper the big story, the real tragedy around Michael Jackson's death was the fact you were looking for a house and you lost out on the deposit.
Yeah, there's an element of truth in that, yeah.
So did you find him a house?
He was actually found 3 houses. And this is perhaps why I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, yeah. Is he living in one?
Because... just a little bit. He was due to sign he was due to choose one of the houses this week.
So what was he looking for? Was it a flat?
Fairground, isn't it? Has it got an ensuite? Has it got a waltzer?
Well, what was he looking for?
He needed what was essentially a stately home, but it needed to have all the mod cons of a gym and a cinema and a panic room and that sort of thing.
But I think what's quite interesting is they were going to have a state funeral. People were going to go and see his coffin. What they're going to do instead of a state funeral, they're just going to dangle him out of a window for 30 seconds.
Let's have a look and see whether Michael Jackson is one of the most talked about things this week. I imagine he's right up there. Yes, indeed. I think the highest percentage we've ever had. Yes, Michael Jackson has passed away. You could tell Michael Jackson wasn't well. He hasn't looked himself since about 1984. Jason, what else have the nation been talking about?
It's been hot. Really hot. Apart from in where I live, where it's not been.
I'm from Manchester. It's been hot. Where have you been?
Yeah, but you're in, like, cold places a lot of the time. Everything's hot to you. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, that was a cold spot. You're like, no, it wasn't. You just live in Manchester.
Oh, I'm getting something here. Any thoughts on the weather, Reg?
Yeah, it's hot. Probably ain't gonna be hot all that long. And if it stays as hot as it is, you're gonna have Spanish people coming over here to have sex. So...
Wasn't there some government new system, an alert system?
There is now an official alert. Yeah.
What a load of old rubbish, sorry.
As opposed to what you do.
I think the press can be more imaginative with where they cover the hot weather. They always have the same thing. They always have, like, some girls in a bikini near a beach, and then behind them they've got a graphic of a sun with the temperature. said 32 degrees, whatever. I suppose in about 40 years' time, that little sun will have 48 degrees on it, and on the beach it'll just be full of dead people. Just lying there like that.
Let's have a look and see whether the hot weather is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it's been really hot this week. The pavements in London were hot enough to fry an egg. Yeah, I'll have mine dog side up. Sean, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
The Queen wants more money. She said that she wants an increase in the civil list because she hasn't got enough money. And they've said no, they're not going to give her any more money.
What's the point in having a queen if she got to ask somebody else for money? Surely, if you're the queen, you go and you get the money yourself. Like, look at this treasure chest of gold in the castle. I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing.
It's no good asking me, I don't understand it. She's on the money. All she's got to do is take a picture of herself and write £20 on it. It's done. That's money.
Or she could get sponsorship. She goes, "Hello, I'm the Queen, brought to you by Powergen. I'm wearing a crown because I'm worth it."
Can I ask who's met the Queen? Who's actually met the Queen?
Me.
Well, everybody.
You've not met the Queen? When?
We went to meet the Queen. I went to Buckingham Palace. I had tea with the Queen.
Well, I'll ring her up later and
When
ask
did you
her.
meet the Queen?
I have.
You have not met the Queen.
Every Tuesday, I give her trampolining lessons.
She could do. Do you think sometimes, just to wind Prince Charles up, when he walks in, she pretends to be dead? That's when he walks in, he goes, "Yes!" She goes, "Ah, I got ya!"
Reg, have you ever learned any other languages?
Sometimes I've made up words in another language. There's a French word I made up, j'en t'ai flu.
What does j'en t'ai flu mean?
It means whatever. So, like, if someone says, you're in a restaurant and a French person says, do you want red or white wine? You go, j'en t'ai flu. When I say it to French people, you know, it catches them off guard. You know, they feel like it's a French word they don't know. And they feel embarrassed because I'm not French, yet I know it. And I say, well, maybe you ain't really French then, man.
Best way to get the attention of someone you fancy.
Is that the answer? Is that it?
No.
No, OK.
I think the best way is to break into their car and strap yourself into one of the kids' seats. Like that. When they come in, you go, "All right, can you look after me?"
Move your hands, because I can't get close to the buzzer, can I? You put your hands
keep
there.
pressing.
You don't need to, that's their answer.
When I try to get attention to somebody I fancy, I probably do the thing British people don't know about. I talk to them. But, I mean, I don't expect y'all to know too much about that.
Not on the list, Reg. What do you think? How would you get the attention?
Show 'em your tits.
Show 'em your tits isn't there, but you know what? That is going to work.
Build a fun fair in your garden.